In the last video, we talked about characteristics of living things. How all living things, which are often called organisms, have 7 features or characteristics which make them different from objects that are not alive, like growth, movement, sensitivity, excretion, reproduction, nutrition, and respiration. We also learned how to classify the kingdoms of organisms. And in this video, we're going to learn how to classify animals and plants. First, we have the phylum Vertebrates. What are the phylum Vertebrates? This is a new term which means animals with a supporting rod running down the length of their body. The most familiar ones have a backbone. All these animals are vertebrates, like fish, birds, reptiles, mammals, and amphibians. Let's get started with fish. Class fish. The characteristics of the fishes are that the fish all live in water, except for one or two, like the mudskipper, which can spend short periods of time breathing air. They have scaly skin in their vertebrates. They have gills and fins. Next, we have class reptiles. Reptiles do not need to go back to their water to breed because their eggs have a waterproof shell which stops them from drying out. They are vertebrates with scaly skin and they lay eggs with rubbery shells. Next, we have class birds. Class birds, like reptiles, lay eggs with waterproof shell, but they're harder. They are vertebrates with feathers. Forelimbs have become wings. They lay eggs with hard shells. They're endothermic, which means they're warm-blooded. They have a beak, and their heart has 4 chambers. And lastly, we have class mammals. This is the group that humans belong to. They are vertebrates with hair. They have a placenta. Young feed on milk from mammary glands. They are also warm-blooded. They have a diaphragm. Heart has 4 chambers and have different type of teeth. We can learn about them in a future video. Now we're moving on to the arthropods. Arthropods are animals with jointed legs but no backbone. They're a very successful group because they have a waterproof exoskeleton that allow them to live dry on land. There are more kinds of arthropods in the world than all other kinds of animals put together. Their characteristics is that they have several pairs of jointed legs and a body has bilateral symmetry. First, we're going to talk about insects. Insects are a very successful group of animals. Their success is mostly due to their exoskeleton and trachea, which are very good at stopping water from evaporating from the insects' bodies, so they can live in dry places. They have 3 pairs of jointed legs. They have 2 pairs of wings. One or both may be vestigial. They have a hard exoskeleton, which helps them survive in dry areas. They breathe through their trachea, and their body is divided into a head, thorax, and abdomen. They also have cute little antennae on their head. Examples are locusts, moths, butterflies, beetle, ant, mosquito, etc. Next, we have anacids. These are spiders, ticks, and scorpions. They are land-dwelling organisms, 4 pairs of jointed legs, and they breathe through gills called pug lungs. Head and thorax is fused to form a cephalothorax. Examples, as I already said above. Next, we have the crustaceans. Crustaceans are crab, lobsters, woodlice. They breathe through gills, so most of them live in wet places, and many are aquatic. They have a hard exoskeleton. They breathe through gills, as most aquatic or live in wet places. They have more than 4 pairs of legs, usually 5. They have 2 pairs of antennae. Now we come to the myriapods. These are the centipedes and the millipedes. They have a segmented body and more than 5 pairs of jointed legs. Each segment has a pair of jointed legs. Examples are above. Now that we've finished classifying animals, we're going to move to classifying plants. The kingdom of plants is divided into 2 groups on the basis of having seeds or not. We have seen that plants are organisms that have cells with cell walls made of cellulose. At least some parts of the plant are green. The green color is caused by a pigment called chlorophyll, which absorbs energy from sunlight. The plant uses this energy to make glucose using carbon dioxide and water from its environment. This is called photosynthesis. Plants include small organisms as well as ferns and flowering plants. First, we're going to talk about the non-flowering plants, which are ferns and mosses. Mosses have some root and leaf-like structures, and while ferns are plants with root, stems, and leaves. Leaves are called fronds, and they do not produce flowers since they are not a flowering plant. They reproduce by spores. Now we're moving on to flowering plants. Plants with roots, stems, and leaves. They reproduce sexually by means of flowers and seeds. Seeds are produced inside the ovary, inside a flower. We have monocotyledons, which are shortened as monocots. They have seed that has only one cotyledon, elongated leaves with parallel veins, branching or fibrous root system. They have a vascular bundle scattered and fluoroparts in multiples of 3. And we also have the dicotyledons, which are also shortened as dicots. Dicots are flowering plants which seeds has 2 cotyledons, broad leaves with branching veins, taproot system, vascular bundles a ring, fluoroparts in multiples of 4 or 5. This is a cotyledon, so this is 2, di means 2, and mono means 1. This is what a monocot looks like, this is what a dicot seed looks like. As we see here, long narrow leaves versus broad leaves. They have vascular bundles scattered, the purple ones, and vascular bundles in a ring. You see it, it's right there. Fluoroparts in multiples of 4 or 5. You see the petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one's flower parts is in multiples of 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the end for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, no matter where you are, biology is all around you. The Petri Dish Diaries out.